Speaking of King Von, him and Asian Doll are no more. And I, for one, am kind of sad.
I didn't know it was that
them together.
serious.
They haven't been together for a little while or no?
I think it's only like a couple days.
A couple days.
She allegedly caught him cheating.
How do you know all this?
There's other smaller YouTubers who make videos about these things. / it was on
The Shade Room or
Instagram
something?
sites and such. I can actually
Point of source.
pull it up.
Oh, I just saw your code now. Okay.
Oh yeah, 121212. I don't even know why I have it. I was screenshotting some shit earlier from it because this is like a King Von Instagram story post. At least I ain't get played by a bad bitch.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
I
be
saw
aight
that.
with a girl sleeping
Yeah.
in his bed.
There you go.
So he's out here.
Do you see her response though?
I seen her. She took to Twitter and she wrote, "N-word laid up with a all caps prostitute thinking he raw." Laughing emoji ×3. N-word going out sad. No cap. Thank God. Praying hands emoji. Now I can be left alone. And then also at the same time, King Von tweets, "The streets is calling."
Oh.
Meaning like,
He's
go
back.
be a hoe.
No, I think
Go
he,
be for the streets.
I think he means that
It's like
he's back in
go-
the streets.
Yeah, that's,
Oh,
what
okay,
that's
yeah.
how I took it.
It could be deciphered either
Maybe
way.
it's a
little
double
bit.
entendre.
If you're King Von, everything comes back to the streets, right?
Yeah.
That
If you're-
sounds very scary.
If you're King Von, everything is cryptic. Maybe she don't want to keep playing with that.
You think she's scared?
I don't think she's scared.
Nah.
I think Asian Dog got her own hitters, man. She's not worried about that.
Asian Doll, I've never seen act scared. I've never seen like the girly scared side
Never.
of Asian Doll. I only seen
I
the
think if
Asian
she
Doll
was
who's ready
scared-
for the shit.
she wouldn't have posted that.
Asian
of
Doll.
She's not scared.
I did an interview with Asian Doll at Rolling Loud, and she was on ecstasy, and she just fully told me and didn't give a fuck. She thought it was awesome.
She didn't seem like she was on ecstasy.
She was up when I think about it. I mean, listen, like if I did an interview on ecstasy, everyone would know. She didn't seem that far
seemed
off
like-
from her
yeah.
normal self, so it was
She might have
not
took like
that-
a little half, you know?
Yeah.
And
Just a
then
little bit.
you take the other half after the interview? Get really booted up?
I mean, she like chose to do the interview on ecstasy, so it's not like she like
If
found out afterwards. Like, or it's not that she like knew she had to do an interview and took ecstasy. She like I went
What
up
are
to
you
her
gonna laugh
not
about?
knowing she was on ecstasy and said,
What?
"You want to do an interview?" And she said yes. What?
Say it.
if Cam Girl was on ecstasy
would've been
and
bad.
tried to do an interview,
It would've been
everyone
bad.
It's
everyone
funny
would know.
because
You'd be like, "Who is this?"
it's funny because when I played at Hard Summer, I did all like my press stuff, all my set stuff, everything important, and then we just turned up. And the moment I did, we went back to the trailer. I threw up.
You threw up? I didn't remember
I threw up,
that.
and we turned up.
Really?
It was fun.
We turned up. I fucking damn that the anniversary of that was like the other day.
I know. I was supposed to play it this year too.
I'm
Would've
too
been so
petrified
lit.
of the idea of like doing drugs in public, especially. Like I haven't done drugs in years,
but
but
when
if
you
I
have a
was,
trailer,
if
Yeah.
I was gonna take ecstasy, I'm way too worried that I'm gonna see somebody in the music industry and they're gonna see me looking like a fucking psychopath. So I
But
would.
that's why you go to your trailer and go just be lit in the trailer.
I don't.
and you have to have sunglasses.
The
'Cause
trailer
I
had-
noticed my
Yeah.
sunglasses,
Socialize.
my eyes get kind of crazy.
I would socialize. If it was.
Nah,
me.
it was lit.
Also, if you're at a fucking festival, fuck it. Who cares?
And we were like seeing fans and shit. That was fun.
Who could you see King Von dating next?
I'm not gonna say.
Katie got bands.
Nah,
Dej Loaf.
different generations. Dej Loaf. Do you think that'd be a flex for him?
No, only
Coil Ray.
only because
That's a hot
do you
couple.
guys remember like that? Okay, I'm not gonna call it a fake, allegedly weird relationship with Durk and Dej Loaf.
Oh,
They
always-
Lil
I
Lil
always-
Xan it.
I always thought that was so fucking weird.
you think that was fake?
They Lil Xan the
I
situation for
mean-
sure.
How did Dej Loaf not blow up? That's something I'll never really
I mean,
understand.
what is our definition of blow up? Because she blew up with that song.
Yeah, one
I mean,
song.
like,
But then she kind of like fizzled out into
yeah, but it's
obscurity.
like
But they kept
she
that.
had like a good 2-year run. Like,
And then
she
they-
had the other song, "Back Up Off Me," "Back Up Off Me."
I
That
love
shit
that
was
song.
lit.
I feel like she's beautiful, charming, great, unique voice, talented.
super talented.
It doesn't really like, I'll admit that I'm like super not familiar with her like more recent work, but it just doesn't like make sense to me that she's not like a bigger part of the conversation, especially with there being such a uptick in women rapping and how popular
Yeah.
they are. Isn't she like an obvious person to inherit some of that goodwill that seems
I
like?
think she did her thing. She made her money. She had some really good songs. I think she's probably content with her career and where she.
Well, I know
is.
that
I don't know.
I know she was.
Maybe she is. Maybe she's doing better than I
Some
perceive.
producer I was talking to, I think like 6 months ago or something, they were saying that she was working with her and that they were trying to get her back into the music fold.
I wonder if she's focused I need
She
to
might
look
be in
into
these
it.
streets.
Because like when I was interviewing Coi Leray the other day, which is still yet to drop, it was just super obvious that like her whole thing with the label and stuff is that like she works with writers and that they realize that she's like literally probably just one big hit song away from being like a huge fucking star, like the way, you know, like I mean, well, I don't know. Would you say that about Megan? Did Megan have that one big fucking song that like sort of it wasn't? I feel like it wasn't even a Savage was big, but she was huge before that. I feel like Meg was bigger than any one particular song, to be honest. But I feel like Coi Leray is somebody who seems like a total fucking star to me. She just needs to have like that one fucking song that is gigantic, but
that'll go like number one and shit like that.
Yeah, and I feel like she knows that, and she's
but
working
isn't that
towards
the case
that.
with so many people?
That is the case with a lot of people.
Because we know a lot of people that are cool as fuck, look cool as shit. They have a lot of relationships, etc. They seem like they'd be a massive. If they had one fucking huge hit, they would be. Every single person would be talking about.
You
Would
know
know
who
who
she
they
should
are.
work with? Sci-Hi the Prince, just like Travis Scott.
Right, there you go.
I don't understand why people are so surprised that
People work with fucking writers.
what did they think was happening?
Yeah,
I think they have this crazy expectation for people, for rappers
That
to,
you're like Russ and you're
like
like
you have to be Russ or J. Cole and produce, engineer, write, and like fucking
most
master
people
all
aren't
your.
doing most people aren't doing any of those things.
99% of artists are not doing that.
Especially on that level where you're literally just trying to curate hits. That's all you're doing. But see, the thing with Travis Scott is he is very hands-on. And I feel like, you know, he is the one that's like the mastermind puppet behind the songs. Like he's like, I'm going to get fucking Mike Dean to do this production. I'm going to get Kanye to do these drums. I'm going to get this Drake feature. I'm going to get Nav on this random song. We don't really need him. Like, you know, like.
What?
Nah, shout out to Nav.
I need to be around Nav. I need to catch a vibe.
Honestly, I feel like Nav's music really had more substance when it first came out.
Dude, I used to love Nav music.
His shit's fire. Before he revealed his face,
Like 10 Toes Down, and when he was working with
Nav
Metro
didn't do a
Boomin.
face reveal for a while.
Yeah.
bro,
I didn't know that.
Nobody knew what Nav looked like
Yep.
until the song with him and Travis Scott came out. Bieber,
Biebs in the Trap.
Biebs
That's so
in-
weird because The Weeknd did the same thing.
Exactly.
I didn't even know that
'cause
about.
some
I'm
peop-
so not really. I wasn't like mega early on Nav. I got to be real.
Because he was saying the N-word in songs, so people thought he was black.
I know. I always
I
thought
don't
that was
even
so
in early
cool.
songs.
But I
thought that
think
was
I
really
remember-
like impressive.
But then people also thought he was Post Malone.
Like Nav doing that to me just says a lot about where Nav is coming from. He was such a valid street dude that he didn't even nobody was going to question him. Like of course he
Pull
says
me in
it.
before and I
That's
feel like
Nav.
myself again.
Of course he says the N word. He's Nav.
I mean, that
Who's
kind-
going to ask Nav?
He definitely still says it in his real life.
Do you want to die? Because if you ask Nav about saying the N word, you might die. So that's why nobody, until he got mega famous and the Twitter mobs could jump on him for it.
Do you know
it
about
probably
Re-
never even crossed his mind that he couldn't say that.
Do you know about Rexdale, where he's from in Canada?
Not that
I think
much.
it's in Toronto. It's lit.
Right.
Watch a Trap Geek video or two.
Super
I think
lit.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
His
there's
city is lit.
we end up talking about Travis.
from the Rex.
I know
He's
what you're
from the
talking
Rex.
about. Though. He's good at picking the topics that we
Is he
end up
really
talking
from
about.
the Rex? Is he really from the trap? Is he really living all the things that he says in his raps?
If you listen to Nav long
Nav's
enough,
hard, bro.
because it's like
Nav is hard.
that deluxe is a mind blowing experiment in basically rapping the same flow approximately for like 30 fucking songs in a row.
With the same voice inflection
Yeah.
and auto-tune settings.
And once, if you really like give Nav your full attention listening to that shit, it will send your mind into a state that I can't even put into words. Like it's like
Are you
drinking.
dissing him or are you complimenting him? I
can't
cannot
tell.
tell.
Honestly, I don't know either. Like he just
It just puts you in like a trance.
like let me tell you something. Like one
Trance.
time, this girl I know, I was like talking to her, and she's like a porn girl, and she was just like, yeah, I've been like kicking it with Nav and Belly and shit. And this was like a couple years ago, and I'm just like, really? I'm like, you fucking them and shit? And she's like, yeah, they're mad cool. And I was just like, damn.
This other porn star girl I know told me the same thing.
Like, think about what she's seen.
She was talking about how she loved Belly so much and how like I'm much of like a down to earth guy. I don't know if Belly's in a relationship or anything.
Isn't that the worst when you like a girl and then you realize that she's just like hanging out at some rapper's house, just sucking cock, just gobbling up dick?
See, but I don't know. I don't know if these girls be lying to me or if they really just be, you know, this is how it is. But some of the girls be just like, oh no, I wasn't even fucking on them. Like I was just hanging out. They were cool. It might have been the truth, but she was making it seem like she hung out with them all the time. And I'm like, you were probably fucking one of them.
Yeah, like, could you imagine them just
wouldn't
continuing
even
to
give a
invite a
fuck,
girl over if she's not fucking? Like, what is she doing? I mean, maybe she's ugly. Maybe they didn't want to, or maybe she's just like
she's very attractive.
maybe there's enough girls around
Yeah.
that nobody's even really noticed this one over here, and they're not really thinking about
they
her.
didn't even notice her.
I mean, that's
They
hard
could
for me
just
to believe.
They could just be cool, and they just, not everything is about fucking the bitches,
Maybe they're that cool.
Maybe they are that cool.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
We're like forgetting the kittens here.
Not everything has to be about like the girl being a fucking thought groupie, and we're gonna fucking run a train on her or something,
Right. I mean, hey, that's
They can
just-
exist. They can exist.
Some girls are just cool as fuck, and you like just want to.
I would much rather hang out.
Whatever.
I would much rather like have like one girl that I'm fucking, and then like a couple of the homegirls around, than kicking it with a bunch of dudes. I'm gonna be honest.
Not me. I want every day of my life to be like the FBG Duck slide video. Just me and 20 of the homies, couple big lights, pop a perk, we out.
Sweating,
Guns, sweating. R.I.P. Duck. Hey, this has been another episode of the No Jumper Show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you want to support, like, comment, subscribe, and go to nojumper.com. Get yourself a kendama or a t-shirt or something. Appreciate y'all.